when they branch out and do stuff like that with people, especially like Magic fans, because there's a lot of people who enjoy Magic, and the same for Pokemon.
Right, so here's where it was. So Wizards of the Coast has teamed up with a well-known heavy bands to bring a special previews for the upcoming Magic the Gathering Norse mythology set. So it was Mastodon, Angara, and Torch, Smolder, Rhapsody of Fire, Oceans of Slumber, and a Monomarth. That's what it was. Because Rhapsody of Fire, and Monomarth, and Mastodon, they kind of have like sometimes go into like that kind of Nordic ESG stuff. So anyway, so I have no idea what the commanders you chose were. So I have no idea what to name the deck.
Yeah, well, it's not partners, so even though I feel like we could talk about partners for the rest of eternity, since there's like 1,500 different variants.
Yeah.
Or no, way more than that. There's a lot. It's a lot. I forget the exact number now. So, but I've been wanting to do this one for a while since it came out. It's pretty newish, but that's just because I think it's like the most interesting one that came out in the entire set, to be completely honest. So that's Obeka, the Brute Chronologist. Do you remember this one?
Maybe.
You're about to find out. You're gonna remember. All right, so let's start with the commander.
Yes.
So here we go.
Oh, okay. I remember what you're talking about. See, here's where I'm going to be at disadvantage because I don't know red. So, target player. So, the player whose turn it is may end the turn. So, I'm feeling like we want to use this on ourselves more than anything, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. So, like the first thing that you're thinking is like, okay, like well, the obvious one.
Mm-hmm. So
sneak attack.
All right.
Is
so before we get too far, so like, what is our goals with the deck? What do we win with? Like, what do we want to do? Or we just want to abuse its ability at all possible?
You can either put the combos in it because it does have some combos, or like just playing Blightsteel with sneak attack is pretty fucking good. Or I think I want to see the power in it. Like, put the best cards, to be completely honest with you. Which would involve playing Isochron Scepter and some of the take an extra turn. Actually, it's only one card that it combos with. I forget the name. Is it Last Fortune or something? Last Chance? Is that it? No, that's the sorcery version. But that is good in this deck.
It's one of the ones where you at the end you lose the game at the end of the turn.
The card's kind of ridiculous.
So you can wait while it goes to the end of the turn, and that's $129 for that card. Jeez.
Jesus. Well, it's because from Portal, Derek.
Yeah.
That's why. It's so we can't play one of them. Oh, here's the broken one. Final Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Fortune. Yeah, I just found it. Final Fortune. So that's this. This is the broken ass one. Obviously, they're fucking ridiculous in this deck. There's another one. It's Warrior's Oath. It's another Portal card. There. So we'll figure out if we want to end up playing all these at the end of the day, but for now, they're really cool. And they're going to be absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so starting to talk about some really cool cards that we can play in the deck. So Sneak Attack, and then it's Flame. Okay, hold on. It's Mirror March.
So are we doing like the some copy stuff so like that we don't lose?
Yeah, it's gonna be like ETB kind of like tribal. So like cards like, just to give an example, like Puppeteer Click is really cool because you get to keep the creature.
Oh, right.
Like it enters and it reanimates the creature, gives it haste, and then you get to do stuff with it, and then you get to keep it because you just end the turn.
Yo, Tom, I just thought about a card. It used to be in the Twiddle deck, the arcane spell, Ideas Unbound, because you discard. I think it's discard 3 cards at the end of the turn, and you draw 3 cards.
Oh yes, I saw Josh play this card.
There it is, yeah. So you could skip that whole part.
Ridiculous.
So it's basically a 2-mana draw 3 for free.
Yeah, and then there's Flame. Is it Flame Shadow?
Flame Shadow Conjuring. It's the one with the one from Origin, I think it is.
Flame Shadow. Yeah. Yeah, this one. Yeah. That card's ridiculous.
Oh, Glorious End, I think, is the other red one. That was the newer one. It's the instant.
Right, but isn't that one got white in it?
No. Glorious End is mono red.
End the turn. Exile all spells. No, it just ends the turn.
So you could use it on someone else's turn, and at the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game, but you get to skip it. It's 3 mana. Like, you basically becomes like a kind of a counter spell for you, because like whatever anybody's doing, because it ends the turn, it exiles all spells and all abilities on the stack.
Right.
Or if someone's like,
I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not sure about it though.
I mean, it's just more so like that's how you mess with other people, I guess.
Yeah, I think that there's gonna be ways to do that.
Did you want to mess with stuff with like Unearth?
Yeah, see, Unearth is cool. There's also the new one that got printed that does what is it called? The one that attacks everybody. I want to play that new pirate that came out also that I can't remember the name of. Blue.
You know, I should know this because I literally just put together a treasure pirate deck on X-Mage.
It's new. Hold on, I found it. It's Zara.
That's not the no. I was thinking the one that makes the monkey.
This is the no. I'm not talking about that one. This is the one that steals a creature from your opponent's hand. Constantly.
Right. Yo, do we want?
Yeah, I like this one.
Do we want to add like the myriad cards?
Wait, myriad? Like what?
Isn't that the one that like you get a copy of whatever it is for each person, for each opponent?
Oh yeah. Whatever the Dimir commander's name is.
I know there was like what the Blade of Selves. I just don't know if like how many creatures and how many spells we're running.
Blade of Selves does it on its own. But what I'm saying is there's that commander that they printed from Legends that lets you use that new mechanic.
Can we play Hive Mind and just make everybody lose the game when it goes to their turns?
Oh, with Pact Negation?
No, with all these like take an extra turn, you lose the game at the end of the turn card.
Oh yeah.
Because take another turn after this one. So what would happen is it would go around. They would just go to their turn like it would be normal, quote unquote, because their extra turn is the turn that is after the current one, and then afterwards, like it wouldn't. I don't think it would go to. I don't know how that would work if everybody gets a copy of it. Like I guess it would depend on.
Well, it would put your trigger first, so you would be first, and then they would all be next, so they would get a turn before you.
So they would all potentially all lose before it even got to you, unless they all killed you first.
Yeah,
but
no, they would.
It wouldn't matter because they still have to find a way to deal with the card or the effect. Because regardless of what they do, unless they kill everybody else at the end of the turn, they still lose. So they could kill you, sure, but if they don't kill everybody else at the end of the turn, they just lose the game.
Yeah, but the question is, are we building the entire deck around these 3 cards, or do we want to do like ETB?
I don't know. It was just a thought I had.
That's a fun idea, though.
Because same thing with that, or the same thing with that other red card I just talked about, the Last Fortune, whatever it is. It's just like end the turn, and at the next turn they lose. Everybody has to end the turn right now.
Yes. What an annoying card.
Oh, Torrential Gearhulk I like because we get to flash those back if we need to. How annoying is that where you could flash back those spells?
Yes, and then we get copies. So also, like, cards like Act of Treason are really fucking annoying because you just get to keep it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, Tom, so if we are doing, like, the extra turny stuff like that, do you want to do, like, any of the spell doublers? Because if we get a copy of it, we get to take, like, 2 turns.
I guess let's wait and see until how much we go into that, unless we go more into these. Because if so, then yes. Because then we can play a lot of cool stuff. I guess like Sylvan.
What about stuff like Feldon, where like you get to? Do you want to run Feldon in this list, depending on if we are doing like creatures?
The Primordials. What is it?
You hit an end. It's
Spelutro. This thing.
Oh, Well, but you don't lose those at the end of the turn though.
Right, but it's but with Mirror March and Conjuring and Sneak Attack and ways to cheat it in,
what's the boar? The boar god. I forgot the boar god.
Oh yes. What's his name?
I gotta look him up real quick.
Shit. Boar god.
It's Ilharg the Raise Boar.
Yes, Ilharg. Yes.
Ilharg. Oh, yes. That also reminds me, Kiki Jiki. That's another copy.
Oh well, yeah. Making copies of things is really.
And then like it's sacrificed at the beginning of the next end step, which.
As long as we don't play too many, because can it not copy legendaries or?
No, it can top. Oh, it is non-legendary creature. Right.
As long as we don't play too many of them, I guess. It depends on trying to think of what else is good. What else is fun? That ends turns. So there's like stealing creatures and stuff. This deck can get really annoying.
Yo, look up a card called Cauldron Dance.
Oh, I think I know Cauldron Dance.
Like
this
that.
This is the one that put the creature in play, right?
Yeah, and it's like show and tell and like a reanimate.
Yeah, I like it. Wait, did it not add it? Where is it? Huh?
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Also just like getting these out of the way. Mother.
Oh, right.
Getting all this stuff out of the way. So, the ever always needed to be included in everything.
Oh, Arcane Signet now goes on everything. Literally everything. There's like no reason not to run it anymore.
One of my favorites also.
Thought Vessel? Yeah, that too. That also seems to like be able to go anything. Yo, Tom. Obviously not tonight because we don't have time for it. With all the new stuff that we've gotten and the ability for like monocolored or any like generic draw stuff with like War Room and some other stuff, I actually built a mono white deck that I don't mind that's tribally that draws decently well because we also have a bunch of new Monarch stuff that is pretty good for it.
Yeah?
It's
cool.
It's a mono white mostly Angel reanimation deck, and the thing plays like a late game zombie deck where like if you wipe the board you kill stuff. Like almost everything brings something out of the graveyard. All the spells bring stuff out of the graveyard, and you have to deal with these like a lot of massive angels and board wipes because we're white and we don't care about our board because we're just going to keep reanimating it. So we get to run like destroy all non-land permanent stuff. We get to destroy like austere command. And it's like, cool, I'll play my commander, which brings back Keramik Guide, which brings back this other thing, which I get tapped to bring something else back, and now I have a bunch of angels again.
That's cool.
I've been having a lot of fun with it. Plus, also, because you're playing Bruna as the commander, you could get Brazella and get, like, the big annoying thing.
I really like her. I think she's good.
I've been having fun. It's my first, like, white deck that I actually kind of... don't mind.
Exile cards from your graveyard equal to the number of opponents you have. Target creature in your graveyard gains Encore. I guess it depends on how many cards we're putting in our graveyard. We could play fetches, but this card's really good. Arumi.
Oh, so Molten Primordial. That's what I was thinking of.
This card.
Oh, Arumi of the Dead Tide.
Yeah, it gives cards Encore. The Molten Primordial. Yes, I like that one too. Could even play
Hellkite Courser, Tom. Let's go. Let's do it.
Inferno-type. Hellkite Courser, you said?
Yeah, look at it's K. Hellkite. Courser. So it's the one that it attacks, it puts your commander into play with haste, then returns to the command zone to begin the next end step, but it gives it haste, Tom. So you go end the turn, tap it, now my commander's in play. So if your commander ever keeps getting blown up, or you don't have like the mana to keep playing it, because you know what happens sometimes, you play your commander, it gets killed once. It's going to be cost 6. It's a way to get your commander into play for free, giving it a haste to activate its ability so you don't have to put it back into your hand. Or back to the, wherever it goes.
I say Runescar Demon for sure.
There we go.
He seems right for this deck.
I guess
and then, we got to do the bullshit, since we're playing sneak attack.
Yeah. With all the extra turns too, like with lands and ramp and stuff. Yo.
Speaking of that,
wait, I just imagine we could run all the invoke stuff, because we could skip the it dying if we really care for like Muldrifter.
Oh yeah, Muldrifter's pretty good. I like that. And Shriek. That's good. What else?
Oh, that's an interesting one. That's expensive though. Never mind. It's like a 5-drop stealth card that you have to sacrifice. It's Slave of Bolus.
Oh yeah, it's Slave of Bolus. Yeah.
I'm thinking. What else could we do? Yo, do you want to run Underworld Breach and just skip it dying every turn?
Oh yeah, I think that's pretty. Yeah.
Oh, but wait, it's at the beginning of the end step. Does that mean if it goes to the next end step?
No, it cancels triggers. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% on that.
What's up?
I'm not 100% on that.
I'm curious now because these are mechanics like I don't usually mess with ending the turn mechanics and with how that works. I'm curious. You look up more stuff. I gotta read a rules thing.
I'm gonna play one of my favorite cards. This fair card.
Oh, Shriekmaw. Oh, yeah, there's Consecrated Sphinx. So it just feels like we're doing like just good stuff, kind of.
Big good stuff. Could you imagine if Flash was legal with this commander? My God. What about
That's a funny thought, Tom. You know those lands that enter that like say like return something to your hand or sacrifice lands, whatever, you could skip it. So you could play Lotus Field and skip its sack trigger and just get it like taps for 3 for free.
Scourge of the Throne. That's a dumb one.
Oh, right.
And then there's there's this fair card.
Oh, It That Betrays. Oh, so do you want to just do big Eldrazi stuff?
I feel like that one's just good on its own because it steals stuff. There's also like we could play like Snapcaster. Sidisi's probably good also. It's the Undead Vizier, right? The black one, yeah.
Oh, Avaricious Dragon. Did we look at that one?
What is it called?
It's Avaricious Dragon. AVA. AVA RIC. There it is, the bottom. Read that, dude.
Yeah, but just to draw an extra card, like I feel like we could just play like Study or Phyrexian Arena or
I guess, but it's also just a creature, and we get to make copies of it, and so we have extra copies that draw us additional cards.
Right, but Consecrated Sphinx and Jin-Gitaxias. That's gonna draw us cards.
Yeah, they're not.
I think I'd rather play.
They're not 4-drops, Tom.
You're right, but are we really gonna play things as 4-drops?
Yeah, that's true, right? We are kind of like trying to cheat something. Oh,
there's this card that I saw that's a Myriad card.
Wait, Tom.
It's called Bloodbirth. Have you heard of
Perforos.
Blood?
We gotta get
Hold on.
Perforos. If we're cheating, you know what? Let's go. If we're going cheat stuff in, we need to get Perforos.
Bloodbirth Viper.
Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card.
It has Myriad.
Yeah, but it's also like a 3/3 on for that much isn't I guess.
Right, but you attack with it, you know, and you attack against the right player. I feel like it's useful, especially with all these cards.
Oh, I guess if you're making copies of it too, you can. Yeah.
So just so you know, Perforos is only for red creatures.
Oh, okay.
That's why we can't play it. So there's
Tom,
also
do you want to play Atali?
I love Atali, man.
So do I. I think that's one of the few red builds that I would do. I also built, speaking of dinosaurs, I built mono green stompy dinosaurs.
With the 12 with the mana reducer. He's so good.
No, not with the mana. What was that? Gishath? Not Gishath. Is it
Galta?
Galta, yeah, with Galta as the commander.
Yeah. That
deck, because of how I have it built, it has all the dumb green draw stuff. Like, you go through like the deck so quick, and almost all your dinosaurs by like really quickly start becoming not super expensive. You can play like 1 or 2 green for most stuff.
Yes. All right, let's get the ramp and the lands out of the way. So we're gonna play shocks and stuff, because this is obviously a more expensive deck. So we're gonna get Steam Vents.
We get to run a training center now.
Yeah, we're gonna run all those. So my thing with land bases recently is I do the shocks, I do the filters, the pain lands, the battle bond lands, and is that it? There's probably something that I'm missing that I'm not thinking of right now. It's also, what is it called? Blood Crypt, right? That's the Rakdos one.
Yeah, Blood Crypt.
And then there's the, what's the other one?
Steam Vents, Watery Grave, and Blood Crypt.
Watery Grave, that's the one I should know. Okay, and then, oh god, it's called Training Center?
Yeah, then it's Luxury Suite and Morphic Pool are the other ones.
Luxury.
Did we pick like what we want to call them? Like what they say they wanted to call them? Like,
oh, they were called Community Lands or something?
Community Lands. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's not as fun.
I like Friendship Lands or, you know, just battle or, you know, Battle Bond Lands.
Yeah, battle lands? I don't know. Because it does have to be opponents.
Sulfurous Springs? Is that? Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, it's Sulfur Fall. Oh, you're in the Pain Lands?
Yeah, I always do the Pain Lands.
Okay,
Pains, Filters,
Shivan
Shock.
Reef. It's Shivan Reef.
Because also, since they're so cheap, like, they're the cheapest out of all of them.
They really have gone down a bunch.
I got Sulfurous. What's the...
Sulfurous Spring, Sunken Ruins. No, that's the filter.
No, is it? Oh, well, it's fine, because we're putting it in anyway. Yeah, Sunken Ruins.
So
these have gone down also.
Yeah, it's like Underground River, I think is the...
I think that's what it's called. Underground. That sounds correct. Yeah. There it is. And then the other filter is...
Cascade. I think it's Cascade.
Cascade Bluffs is for the... Is it?
Yeah, and then it's Graven Cairns is the black red.
Yep. Rip. The one that's been printed about 1,000 times.
Still weirdly like $5.
Okay, so Graven Cairns...
Do you want to run the Scrylands?
Oh, yeah. I run the temples also. Yeah, so it's Temple
of Deceit.
It's Temple of Deceit.
Temple of... what was the...
Is it...
The exact
Milady?
temple...
Malice? I think it's Malice.
Malice and Epiphany. I was looking for the blue-red. How little I play red. And it's Temple of Epiphany. Under Enlightenment.
Okay. And then the fetchies, we're just going to play the on-color ones. So, you know, this cheap card.
Did you want to run, like, Fiery Inlet as the sack draw land?
Oh, yeah. Fiery...
Remember, we probably don't have a whole ton of weight. Actually, no, if we have black, we might be able to gain some life. I mean, if we don't care...
The reason why I'm playing the fetches, by the way, is because we have that one card that lets us play cards from our graveyard, or that we need to exile cards. So, Scalding Tarn, it's Bloodstained.
We can also run Reflecting Pool if you don't really super care about price for this.
Oh, and, you know, speaking of that, you know,
Oh yeah, that's right. It's probably one of the more important ones, right?
Yeah. And then the other fetch is the polluted delta. There we go. Okay. And then prismatic vista and the
Fabled
because we're
Passage.
probably still gonna play because we're probably still gonna play a good amount of basic. Fabled passage. This is how I like to play my land bases, just like on color, not having to get too crazy. I don't think I put the prismatic. Oh no, I did put it in.
Oh, you know, I
And then
realized there are the two dual face lands that are either island, island mountain or
we're gonna play
island
this too.
swamp. I don't know if you want to run those.
No, I'm not a fan of those in 3-color.
Gotcha.
I'm not a fan of those in general. I think for 2-color they're fine because you're gonna have so many basics as is.
Mm-hmm.
But for anything else, I'm just like, I'd rather just play a basic like 90% of the time.
I gotcha. Did you want to run
and then,
Exotic Orchard at all? We're 3 colors, so Exotic Orchard it wouldn't be the worst. We're probably at least 2 colors.
I think I like Reflecting Pool, like you said, also.
Well, remember we have to get another
exotic Orchard too.
Oh yeah, Exotic Orchard. Yeah, I think I think because with your 3 colors, if you're in a table of 4 with like 3 other players, at least one of them is going to have your color.
Also, I'm seeing a lot of
red,
like heavy on the double, but a lot of double pips. I'm saying so like.
Yeah.
It's gonna be because I'm probably also gonna put Necropotence in the deck just to be completely honest.
All right. That sounds fair.
Wait a minute.
What?
How does that work with her?
Well, actually, no, what you wouldn't get. Actually, maybe it's not because I think you wouldn't get it, right? Read Necropotence because isn't it?
No. So
it'd be your next end step. So you go to end step.
So the discard a card and exile that card from your graveyard is a trigger. Could we just stop that and then we just get to keep him in our graveyard?
I guess so. Oh no, because isn't
it's a trigger. It's not a replacement effect.
Right. Because it's one of those weird things where you could have a triggered effect that you can respond to.
Right, because I used to use it in Gitrog. Because it still works with Dakmor Salvage.
Yeah, so you could respond to it. Yeah, so I guess when it goes to cleanup, because
that's good to me. I literally put this in all my black decks, even though I don't even think it's that.
What, Phyrexian Arena?
Yeah. No, maybe not all of them. And then this fair card. If we're gonna play like draw. Just like the generic ones. Okay, so there's those. I also think, what is my other card that I like a lot? It's Phyrexian Reclamation.
Oh yeah, I actually do like that. So if we're running a heavy creature base, what it looks like we are, I kind of think we should maybe also play a Feldon.
Feldon is
he makes a copy of a creature or artifact in your graveyard, and you also
why are we not playing him?
Yeah, and you sacrifice it
I forgot about him.
Yeah, and you sacrifice it at the end of the turn.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
We're at 68 right now. Oh, we got to get our lands up first. So we're playing 24 lands.
So maybe some basics now. Oh, do we want to run a Urborg or no?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always play that card if I can.
Because it makes all the blue red.
In magical Christmas Land, I do.
Yeah. If that's what this is.
What? Excuse me. Why did that?
It's No, you had it right. Urborg. Yeah, they put. I think it's Urborg. Or there it is. It probably was looking for the comma.
Okay, I'm looking. So there's also. Oh, do we want to play the really dumb card, Derek? Like the really mean one?
Which one?
I think we're just gonna play it because we suck. Or this is it, like at like a decent level, not like as high as it can go. If you want to read that card.
At the beginning of each turn, each player who tapped a land for mana during that turn sacrifices land. If a plains is sacrificed this way, oh, that's really annoying because you could skip that too, can't you? Yeah, we should play it.
All right, ready, Derek? Hold on.
So Tom, what you're basically building is that you're gonna die first deck, so you hope you get to take all your extra turns. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna be those guys, huh? A cumulative upkeep, draw a card at the end of each of your turn, sacrifice a land, and discard your hand. Oh yeah. Yo, is there any other
Derek, this is cumulative. Yeah. You understand that, right?
Yeah. Yo, is there a way to skip? Is there any cumulative upkeep things that we could just skip the cost pay for if we really want to for a couple turns? Like we have
That's
nothing.
a good
If there's
question. I
nothing to
don't know.
do on our turn.
Oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you in, but yeah, yeah,
big brain, you
yeah.
go mimic that.
This is a good one.
That is a good one. That's right. That outright, I forgot mimic that.
Also, it's probably still worth it to play this, just because it's so good. I think
Yeah, just
having a second effect since the entire deck is built around it.
in case our commander goes run. Yo, a land, Minamo, School at Water's Edge. It untaps a target legendary permanent.
Oh yeah, totally. That's a great idea. Oh,
So
I
it's
do that so much.
it's just that. Do we want to run a reliquary tower with potential draw? I know we have
Oh
Thought
yeah,
Vessel.
yes, yeah. I'm playing Consecrated Sphinx and Jin, so yes.
Yeah, okay. Just to have the extra one in case we don't hit the Thought Vessel.
And we're playing tutors, but hold on. Anything else that's good? Uh, so all right. What about? Let me look at some other things over here. There's a 3-mana card that works like Puppeteer Clink called Gruesome Encore. Hold on.
Yo, Tom, look up Cedrus the Traitor King.
Here, look at this one.
Gruesome Encore.
It's just Puppeteer Clink.
Okay, I see. Now, things that
What
say
did you say?
exile at the beginning of the next end step.
Oh. Also, we're red deck, so
Yeah.
I love this card.
So what I think is what we have to do to get that at work is I think there's delayed trigger. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
there's a delayed trigger with at the beginning of the next end step. So beginning of the end step happens, the effect triggers, and then you skip it. Because for me, for some reason, I was thinking like, can we skip it like before that? But when it just happened on the next end turn, I was like, no, wait, you wait for when that trigger is happening, and then you activate it, so then it skips it. That's where I was missing it.
Okay, so right here, Corpse Dance.
Oh, with buyback. Put a creature card from your graveyard into play. That creature is unaffected by summoning sickness or the creature from the game at the end of the turn. Okay. Yo, but look up
Okay, what were you saying, Cedric? What was his name?
Cedrus the Traitor King. Cedrus is basically gives all your creatures unearth, so it's corpse dance
Oh yes, yes, yes.
permanently.
Yeah,
And
I
because
like that.
you know the really cool thing about how I'm thinking about it, because if you skip the turn, they miss the unearth effect. So if they die again, you could just keep bringing them back out and skipping over the unearth trigger.
Yes. So we should probably play like 36-ish lands, I would say. So we need 9 more lands?
Yeah, you hit
Man,
Reliquary Tower in there.
I might cut this and
The Vista or the Reflecting Pool. No, because I think we want to keep. We could drop Reflecting Pool. It's not super
yeah,
important.
we're a 3-color deck. We don't like super need it. I care more about these fetches to abuse the which I think we're gonna need basics if we're gonna play Myriad in these fetches because there isn't a lot of targets for it.
Yeah, unless we want to go for the true duels, but
So 11 lands we can play. So we have to divide that between 3 colors. So Urborg and Minamo are technically like single. Also, one of my favorites.
wait,
Motherfucker.
yeah. Oh, Mystic Sanctuary.
Yes, been one of my favorites recently.
Yeah,
I love
so
that card.
I have a Malik deck that is nasty in its design, and that card is really good because it puts the card on top of your library, and he casts things off the top of your library, which makes
Oh,
copies. It's a 1,000-year storm deck, and I end up taking 10 million turns.
that's gross.
But usually at that point, it doesn't matter. I'm playing every spell in my deck when it starts going off.
So we need 11 more lands.
So you just want to
So
go a combo of, I think mountains and swamps are a big bet because looking at our spread here, our blue is actually pretty limited. And we also,
right, but if we're gonna add interaction like counterspells, Cyclonic Rift,
yeah,
if we want to add anything like that.
because we also have a whole bunch of graveyard reaction, we could probably even run stuff like Windfall.
Windfall.
Like windfalling out, like if we're drawing a bunch of cards with Sphinx, and if we have a lot of like graveyard related stuff, it doesn't seem
I could see
terrible.
it. I could see it. There's also Wheel of Fortune, being a
hmm
degenerate.
Play all the wheels.
Well, Wheel of Fortune is the better one.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
okay.
I guess we could do Counterspell, Cyclonic Rift.
Right. Counter.
Want to play Hull Breacher?
I mean, Hull Breacher's pretty dumb, and Opposition Agent also. But like, I feel like we don't need to do that. We can keep it to the core of what the deck wants to do. And then we could do like, I don't know. Oh, I want to show you this card that I just put in my CDH deck. Have you seen this card? I just put this in my CDH deck. I'm not gonna play it in here.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. No, I like this one.
I think it's good. And then we can,
And honestly, like real cheap counter spells for like when you're usually fighting over like the exact mana. Oh yeah, if we're gonna go, if we have no whole bar. Actually, no. Honestly, Mana Drain's not so bad anymore. With all its reprintings, it being only $50 for like a card that used to be like what 300 or more or whatever it was at one point.
Yeah, something crazy. Cyclonic Rift. Oh, you want to know what's a card I like?
Chaos. Oh yeah, we can run Chaos Warp. Yeah, we could potentially run that really weird red counter spell when it comes out.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be silly. The one that
Oh, do we want to run Lightning Grease for our commander?
I think I like no, 100%. It's the entire deck. I agree.
So protection for him, and just in case, like we do have just generically big good things that giving them haste or protection isn't the worst thing. Like say we can't cheat some of the stuff in.
Okay, so between 11 lands, so we should do. That's not a lot of basics, honestly.
I mean, it's a decent amount.
Maybe
if anything, we would cut maybe some of the blue stuff, because blue is still our least color. Like we're a heavy black-red deck, so I would start cutting blue colored stuff more than anything. Considering that we already have a Mystic Sanctuary and the Minamo, maybe get rid of.
But how many basics? So we get to play 11, so that split would be like 4 each.
We could do like
4 and 3.
I mean,
4.
No, we do 4-4-2, because we already have like 2 island sources, like blue sources, and we also have a black.
I see. We take out the temple. No, we could take out Myriad.
Okay, yeah. If we don't have that many.
And then maybe the Fabled.
Well, the thing is, if they're searching for basics only, I mean, we probably would want to keep those in.
So that's 11 basics, right? So then 4, 4, and 3. You're saying?
Well, we just got rid of one, didn't we?
Yeah, so that's 4, 4, and 3.
Yeah,
I did, right? Did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's...
Well, that would bring us up to 36 lands. Do you want 36?
Yeah, which I'm cool with.
Okay,
yeah. Because there's not a lot of ramp. It's like 7 pieces of ramp. So that islands. We're doing 3 of the islands, and then everything else is 4.
Yeah, because we seem to have a lot of red and black and a lot of double red.
I mean, we also have Urborg.
Yeah.
So. Oh god.
Yeah. Let's just add like one like snow covered, then swamp, and then we'll just put Field of the Dead.
Oh yeah, because that's always fair. Okay, so we're at 95 cards and 36 lands. Cool.
So Tom, what about like something like Apprentice Necromancer? I was thinking of, because it's one of those things that's you reanimate a creature, and at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice it.
Apprentice.
He was that zombie wizard.
I feel like we're playing a lot of those, and not too many ways to get things into the graveyard. I guess we could play the wheel also.
I just don't like wheels because it gives them to your opponents too.
Right, but our deck is so broken that doesn't really matter. So maybe just a little bit more interaction, because we are playing black. Like there's Okay, removal.
Yo, do you want to play Zealous Conscripts for anything?
Zealous Conscripts.
That's the enters, you gain control of target permanent and you untap it. And so you can even target your own things to untap them if you so need to.
Oh, this thing, yeah.
I don't know if we need that for anything.
I think it's cool because then we get to keep it.
Yeah.
You get control of it, right?
It is permanent too. It's different than active treason or something, and it is also a creature, so we can bring it back. Oh,
abuse it.
We can do Factor Fiction because it puts stuff into the graveyard, and it's also
another way. Now I say we play Kikijiki.
Oh yeah, because that just becomes a win condition between them two because you just make infinite.
And I think that there's enough cards that aren't. Oh my god, this card's not legendary. What a fucking joke.
Yeah. So do you want to run Factor Fiction as just like another way to draw some cards and dump stuff into the graveyard potentially?
Yes, I like that.
I also love Factor Fiction just because like your opponent, like you still have to pick which opponent. I mean, we can like which cards you get to keep. So you're like, okay, I'm going to dump the creatures and keep the sneak attack and the reanimate cards or whatever.
There's also, if we want to just play the best one.
Oh well, I think we're at over our limit now. We're at
100.
Okay, yeah, right.
Do
there
we
we go.
want to fit mystical? That is the question.
Wait, mystical Remora, whatever.
No, tutor.
Oh, mystical tutor is.
Oh, do we want to play Isochron Scepter for the? I don't think so. I don't think we need Isochron Scepter. I think that's too much cheese.
I mean, it's a win condition. We have infinite turns.
What about Vandal Blast?
I mean, I guess we could, but like, what some of the stuff we have in here already is like, if we're worrying about
what, or a more reasonable card.
Reasonable as we have like a $200 old school extra turn card.
It's a $2,000 deck.
Yeah, just casual.
It's just because some of the extra turn cards are expensive now.
Yeah.
Because of this deck. This card's a lot more reasonable, and it's better anyway.
Oh, because it goes. All right.
And we have ways to like with Snapcaster we can do some cool stuff with that. Or no, not really. But if it was an instant, I guess that Vampiric Tutor would be better because
Snap is
torrential.
Oh yeah, but we still have a decent amount. Yeah, I still think we have a decent amount.
I don't know about torrential.
What was the wait? You know also who I like? Scroll down. Let me look at the creatures again. We have yeah. Actually, I'm not maybe as huge a fan of torrential, just because we aren't as super spell heavy as as we are just creature heavy, and we have a few like utility spells.
This card's a lot more reasonable. Okay. And then do we want to cut anything for Vamp? Or no?
What's Mystical Tutor gonna mostly get us? Just the extra turn stuff?
I mean, or I tutor for tutors, and then get some of this bullshit.
Well, then if looking at
we might as well just do Vamp.
No, Tom, better because it's a creature. Why not play the spell? The creature, the ETB searches for a spell that costs 2 or less.
Oh, Spellseeker?
Yeah, look at our spell lit costs for most of our spells that we want. Don't forget.
I mean, it gets Demonic Tutor, but after that,
no, it gets most of the extra turn stuff that we want. It gets Mana Drain, and it also gets Cyclonic Rift.
I think I'd rather just play Vampiric Tutor.
I guess. I just thinking because it's a creature, we could keep making copies or reanimating it.
And then if yeah.
Because Vampiric is cool, we get it once, and then we could snap it once potentially. But if we are like a big creature enter, I guess because let's look at our spell list here. So we can't get Mana Geyser, Wheel of Fortune, Factor Fiction, Corpse Dance, Chaos Warp, or Cauldron Dance, and Windfall or Mystic Confluence. Is it 2 or less, or is it 3 or less? I think it's 2 or less, right?
It's 2 or less. Yep.
But when it comes to like our spells that we're abusing, they are 2-drops. And it also gets our most powerful 2-drops, which is Mana Drain, Ideas Unbound, Counterspell, Cyclonic Rift. Because Cyclonic Rift is still a 2-drop, so he can get it, which is stupid annoying.
Which so does Mystical Tutor though, so I think I just still like.
But Tutor puts it on top of your hand. The Spellseeker puts it into your hand. I mean, Mystical Tutor puts it on top of the deck, so you still have to wait a turn to really use it. It's really up to you because I just seeing a big creature based stuff here, so that's would be my vote. we lose a little bit less on options for more uses. So it's either what do we want to use? Do we want more uses out of it, or do we want to like just the overall power? Because we already still have like 3 mainboard tutors now.
We could also play like Razaketh or something.
True, because sacrificing our creatures, especially our copies, isn't the word. Like, I am not a huge fan of Inferno, honestly. I don't know if he does enough damage to be super impactful. Getting like the 3 damage off, I mean, it's cool, I guess.
Yeah, but what do we replace it with?
There's that enchantment that does that except stronger. The sword. It's like the sword. It's Sarkon. There's a Sarkon's thing for it. That let me look at.
Oh, on sealing? Yeah, but we're not. You have to cast the creatures.
Oh, is it casting?
Yeah.
Then we also just play the like Warstorm Surge or something along those lines. It's whenever like.
Ooh, I like Warstorm Surge.
Because if all our creatures are going to be thick boys, that could be just a potential way to. The only thing is like we're it's only on entering.
Yeah, but
look at how big all of our stuff is, though.
Also, like
Kiki Jiki combo. We don't even have to attack to kill anybody. We just ping them for damage with ETBs.
Yes, I like this.
Yes. Also, wait, read that again. That enchantment, real quick. Warstorm Surge, isn't it? Can it go to creature too?
Yeah, any target.
Any target. So yeah, that's actually your creatures become like now all your creatures become Inferno Titan instead of just having one Inferno Titan.
I like this
for basically the same cost.
I think I'm gonna get rid of this and play.
All right, yeah, I like that. Okay, true. Like I said, I'm not as big as fan of wheel cards just because it gives them to your opponent. Windfall, I could also be a little awkward at times, but I think just because we get to fill up our own graveyard is its big draw.
You could just play the tutor.
Yeah,
just get the important card. Just play the 3 good tutors.
We're going
get the important card.
Go balls to the wall.
And that makes what's his face a little bit better, the Gear Hulk, but
we took him out.
We can cut. What do you think? Cut this card out?
Yeah, because it has deal combat damage to a player, and a 3/3 coming in that late game, I feel is like really awkward to get that hit off.
Or what do we think about like Sword of the Myriad?
That I see a little cooler because don't we get to like technically end the turn to keep them?
It's called Blade of Cells.
Blade of Cells, yeah.
Yeah, I always call it the wrong name.
It's exile the tokens at the end of combat. So
yeah, you can still end it.
Yeah.
You just do what you got to do the beginning, and you just end the turn. It's really not that big of a deal. I think it's cool. I like it with 25 creatures that are like heavy. I think that the problem is though. Hold on, let's check this really quick. Legendary.
Puppeteer is not Muldrifter.
Legendary.
Nope. I thought we got rid of Inferno.
Did we?
Or did we keep him?
Oh, I guess I didn't. Legendary. Yeah, I don't think he's that amazing. We can cut him for something else, but I don't know.
Yo, with all of our like reanimation and shenanigans stuff and like Felden and all that, let's put what's it called? It's Wormcoil Engine. Let's go.
Wormcoil Engine.
Because that's an annoying creature to block every turn.
Was there any of the new ones that are good? Oh, there's that one that exiles an opponent creature and gives them a salamander and has Encore. That 4-mana creature.
Oh,
when it enters, you exile up to 1 target non-salamander creature, and that creature's controller creates a 4/3, and then it has Encore for 4 mana.
Or what about something like Solemn or Meteor Golem? We can Meteor Golem stuff.
Like Meteor Golem.
I like Meteor Golem too, just because that's like it's that nice removal for things that sometimes we can't hit, especially if we're cheating it out and making copies of it. Duplicant's also another one that's really nice to keep making copies of.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, Warrior's Oath was like casual $300. Like, last chance 120.
Which is the Vortex? $14. Oh, that's $1. Nice.
Yeah, because nobody likes it, Tom. Nobody. Yo, Tom. The
Who's
funny thing about
George?
this, the way I can see it is, with Combustibles Gear Hulk's effect, they could potentially take a lot of damage. Blightsteel Classic, It That Betrays Jin hit the graveyard.
Oh, with a Mirror March? Are you kidding? Like, Derek, do you know if you keep hitting coin flips with this, it'd be ridiculous.
Wait, let me think. So that's 10. It's 10, 22, 34. There's a potential hit for 34 damage if they choose the mill with Gear Hulk.
You know, I'm starting to think that playing the wheels might be good. Because I feel like we have a little bit of a hard time getting cards into the graveyard.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. There's also what other spell is? What's that one spell I was thinking of? That
Isn't there a creature that can do it?
there's a lot of like. Hold on, I gotta see what this. I had to look at this one card. I forgot what it was called. Frantic Search. It's one of those ones where it's.
Yeah, I think I'd rather play the big ones though.
Well, that is one of like the. Was it like draw, untap, and discard? I mean, you could also potentially do like the like Cathartic Reunion type stuff, but you don't really go plus as much as those cards because the, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not. I think we leave it for now and see how it is.
Yeah, we could mess around with it and see how it is like this.
If it might need the 2 wheels, we'll figure that out after. Because there's also a dragon that does it. Like...
Yeah, Dragon Mage, I think it's called. Or Mage Dragon or whatever.
Yeah, but alright. That was fun. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Such an interesting commander. Oh my god.
Yeah. Six cards.
Yeah.
6 cards, Tom. 6.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, the price of that has gone down. Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh
Vampiric Tutor. I'm looking at that like, geez. Have you seen the price of Craterhoof?
No, what is it?
He's like almost 50. It's like 40 something for Craterhoof.
Wait, have you seen the price of Great Henge?
Yes, it's like 60.
I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. It's one of the best green commander staple cards you could have.
God. My god. This card is so ridiculous.
Yep. See, I'm running that in the Galta deck.
Oh, of course. I'm running it in Gishath. And also Kadena.
It's just good in anything because it's like free draws that they get bigger. It taps for 2 mana.
Especially in Gishath where you cheat out the dinosaurs and it counts ETB.
Yeah.
I think that card would be way more balanced if it said only cast.
How about just remove the draw card?
Yeah.
Because we didn't need that. We didn't need that. Maybe get rid of the counters. I don't know. It just does too much.
Or that it taps for mana and you gain life. Oh god, what it does? It's 2 life. It's relevant.
Yeah.
It's so cool. All right, so we'll see if we need more deck thinning or anything. Like,
do you want to do a quick play test? See how it feels, just like shuffling through a hand real quick.
Sure.
Save real quick. Is it saved?
I did.
It's on the other side. It's a little green.